Hey there, it's Fresh Mark Sense with another fresh review. Today I'll be reviewing Mancera's Aqua Wood. Now this is a scent that came out in 2020. It opens up with a top note of pear, citruses. The middle notes are Bulgarian rose and some C notes to keep it refreshing, clean, masculine and complex. And it has some amber and white musk in the base. It's supposed to have some oak moss, but I really don't feel the oak moss. I feel it's more of a tinge just to keep it aqua fresh and slightly masculine at the same time. So this opens up with citrus top notes, general citrus top notes. I believe this consists of lime, orange and lemon. Mostly lime, secondary orange and thirdly lemon. We have the pear top note, which is very sweet, juicy and realistic. Actually, it's not so juicy, it's quite, I'd say it's, in terms, I've actually compared it to Yves Saint Laurent's White Eau de Parfum, and I think the pear note in that is slightly more rounded and juicy, but some people say it's apple, so hey, whatever. So this is called pear, and it has a rounded note because of the sea mineral notes, but I think the pear in itself, is quite flat but sweet yet natural at the same time, almost like the flesh of the pear when it's not too juicy, but it's a clean cut and you get all the cross section of the flavors or the sweetness of the pear. So you get that with the orange and lime flavor note, and then it goes into a mid. I've just sprayed it about 15 minutes ago on this hand. When you spray it on the skin, you can get the Bulgarian rose, which is a light pink rose. There is some jasmine in here, but I don't think it overpowers the fragrance. I think the fruity notes definitely dominate the top note and move into the mid, and when it dries down, I'd say the citruses are still there, but they're more of an orange sort of tinge, and the C notes are more prevalent at that point. So you're getting the Bulgarian rose, which is slightly sweet with the mineral C notes. The amber and musk sort of pops through just a little bit to give it some sweetness, and the musk gives it a masculine white clean finish, like it gives it almost a glacial icy finish. It doesn't really come off as menthol or anything, but I feel that this is a very nice citrus and pear watery combination. Definitely don't come here for the woods. I find that White Eau de Parfum is more of a juicy perfume and it has more woods in it. That projects for 7 hours, and this is actually quite similar, but actually projects for less. So the fruity nature of the pear and ginger does make it resemble the White Eau de Parfum, but I feel that the ginger in here in the mid mixed with the Bulgarian rose, it creates an aromatic note, but it's very similar to Instant Crush. So you have that aromatic note with the sweet pear. It creates a bitter clash that highlights the fruity notes, but it's still not as juicy or pronounced as White Eau de Parfum. And the reason why I'm mentioning White Eau de Parfum so much is because I was surprised when I wore this and I wore White Eau de Parfum side by side. I actually found the White Eau de Parfum projected for more, for longer. It projected for about 5 hours, whereas this actually projects for about 3 hours. It's more of a soft intermediate or ciliage scent with about half an arm's width for the first 3 hours, and for a further 4 hours it would be a skin scent that would definitely be very inviting and soft, slightly sweet and citrusy, but it's not really a projection or longevity beast, but it does have a nice scent trail when you're moving around for the first 4 hours. So definitely check this out for summer, but if you were wearing this in winter, I do find that the mineral notes of the C notes do come off as a little bit chlorine and bitter like when mixed with the ginger. So that's not good in winter, but It's definitely something for summer, and check it out if you want something refreshing. But if you want something smoother and more creamy and with a more woody base, I'd definitely check out the what is it? Oud Blue Notes, because that has Cognac wood, amber, and amber, and vanilla in the base, with some leather to give a more creamy and masculine finish. But this is, I wouldn't call it feminine by any stretch. It's definitely a masculine perfume, but it doesn't have as much of a woody or grounded base. It's more of an airy, light, citrusy perfume with some elements of instant crush with the ginger and very, very soft rose. But it's left to breathe, it's left to be citrusy, and those elements of instant crush that were citrusy, they are left to thrive with that pear note, which is very welcome. I'd say it's a nice layering option with white eau de parfum. But if I wanted to wear something light and inoffensive for summer casual days, I'd definitely check out Aqua Wood as my number one choice, along with white eau de parfum and maybe some more fresh perfumes like Mandarina di Amalfi. And what other perfume that's similar to this? I'd say the bitter note of it did remind me of the Galbandium in Versace Blue Jeans. That's the one. I recommend it so much and I forgot it myself almost. So check this out for summer. Let me know what you think in the comment section, because I'm still deciding about it. I like it. I think I'll wear it a lot. It's a safe bet, but I'm surprised that it doesn't project as much as other Mancera, and it hasn't got that much of an adventurous scent. It's very clean, it's very likable, it's definitely refreshing, but I feel that I could get more out of a Mancera fragrance. And one that I'm going to review later on is Holidays, because this is 1 out of 5, and that one is very nice. And people said that that was feminine, but I'm going to check that one out. And that's all for Aqua Wood. Take care, stay fresh.